Hello, everyone. How are you all? It's nice to see you. Welcome to another Loombridge online lesson. Who have we got? Good morning, Andrew. Good morning, Jane. Piers. I can see Rosalind and Stuart. Claudine, Joy, Andre, Rob. Hi, Jack. Angela, hello. It looks like we've got everybody coming back again. It's good to see you all turning up your lessons in the new year. I'm sure we've got lots of great learning in store for ourselves this year. So just a couple of things. If you are new and you're joining us for a lesson this year, go ahead and introduce yourself in the chat window in the bottom right hand corner. If you have any technical difficulties tonight, a couple of quick things you can try first. Just leave it, see if it works itself out. Sometimes it's just the internet. Otherwise, you can refresh your browser tab. Failing that, close the browser tab completely, go back out to your original email invitation and reopen it from the link there. Now, if that fails, you'll see, and I'll just point to it up in the corner over here above me, there's a Loombridge Online logo where it says click here for support. You can click there and that will come through to me in the background, and I will try my best to help you out. We usually don't have very many issues at all, if any, so I'm sure we will all be fine. So without any further ado, let's get the recording started and invite our esteemed teacher up. Hi, Joe. Just wait for that recording to tick over. It's a bit like watching paint dry. All right, we're off. Hello, everybody. Welcome along to another lesson in 2025 with your fantastic teacher, Jack Stockin, here at Loombridge Online. Welcome to everybody who's joining with us live and asking their fantastic questions. Also to everybody who is watching the replay. If you can, feel free to come along and join us in these live sessions. If you're watching the replays at the moment, we love having your involvement, and it's everybody's participation that makes this community the fantastic community that it is. You can always go back, whether you're on the replays or watching live, and rewatch the lessons as well by going to your classroom page. So don't forget that. So without further ado, let us invite Jack up. Everybody give a warm welcome to our amazing teacher. Here he comes, hopefully. Ooh.
It's me.
Welcome. How are you, Jack?
I'm fine, actually, but it's very cold outside here in England. It's kind of -3. We've got snow on the ground in Harrogate. It's been here for like 3 days.
Are you still with your parents, or are you back in London?
No, I was with my parents 4 nights in the end.
Oh, lovely.
I had an extended stay, so I was snowed in.
Right.
But back here in Harrogate,
really? Wow.
and literally the snow's still on the pavement here. So the pavements in Harrogate are lethal. They haven't been treated. So yeah, but it's okay. I'm fine, and I'm going to be in a mystery location next week.
Okay, so I can't ask where it is then if it's a mystery location.
Of course not. No, you can try and guess. I mean, it's a ski holiday with the bridge group. But all will be revealed next Wednesday morning, because I'll be doing a live lesson from the ski resort.
And do we know what country it is, or is that a mystery?
I'll tell you what country it is. Yes, I'll give you a little clue. It's Switzerland.
Oh, fantastic. Yes, I know he goes skiing all the time, but I think that's part of the joy of being a bridge teacher, isn't it, Jack? Is that it doesn't matter where you are, you can always play bridge.
Well, the ski holiday I did before Christmas was a personal one with the children. But this ski holiday, Andrew, is a work one. So I'll be working very hard, Andrew. You don't know how tiring it is skiing and teaching bridge, you know.
All right, I will get out of everybody's hair and leave you to the lesson. What have we got in store for us tonight?
Oh, it's a very important lesson. I hope everyone's tuned in today. It's 2 important bidding rules, not 1,
2.
Caroline, but 2 important bidding rules. It's a pivotal lesson. After this, it's all going to make sense. Well,
all right.
Sort of.
As Angela says, we believe you.
Yeah, I think she's being ironic.
All right.
So let's go. We'll see you on the other side.
All right, see you on the other side. Thanks.
And a warm welcome. Hopefully it's a warm welcome if you're watching in replay as well. Hello to you. I know many of you do. And some of you will be catching up as well. Some of you start learning bridge at different times in the year and catch up. So a big hello to you. Come and join us in the live class at some point. Right, 2 important bidding rules. Let's get going. Oh, well, just first of all, just a quick reminder. I think you pretty much all know this by now. It's not the Casual Bridge Club. It's the ACL Bridge Club. But Thursdays at 2 and Mondays at 7. Okay, so if any of you need Shauna's email, let me know. She's the kind lady from North America who does the WhatsApp group to get everyone organised. Shauna, she's called. But yes, it's the ACL Players Bridge Club. Right. Okay, opener's first bid of one of the suits, very wide ranging. So if I open a heart, it could be just 4 cards. It could be 7. And it's 12, probably to about 22 points. Very wide ranging. But opener's second bid, known as the rebid, is far more descriptive. So here's the first bidding rule, the 5-4 rule we call it. Whenever any player, that could be opener or responder, bids 2 new suits, it will then promise 5 cards in the first, at least, might be 6, and at least 4 cards in the second suit. 5 in the first, 4 in the second, because you always open the longest suit in bridge. Length before the strength. Okay, so you will be an unbalanced hand. Clearly, if you were balanced, you'd be bidding no trumps at some point. Right, so here's an example of that. South's opened 1 heart. I bid 1 spade. They've come back with 2 clubs. They're now guaranteeing 5 cards in the first suit, which is hearts. Showing a 5-4 shape. Very useful for North to know this as to their next bid. 5-4. Okay, let's put the theory into practice with a question and answer. I've opened a heart. You've responded 1 spade. You must bid with 6 points. You know that. You all know that now. I've come back with 2 clubs. What's your best bid now as South, as responder? To those watching live and to those watching in replay. Pivotal lesson, the 2 important bidding rules. Hello, Joe from Devon. Oh, you knew Joe from Devon? I haven't seen you in the chat box before. Now, hang on. Yeah, I'm going to give you a get out of jail free. Quite a few different answers coming in. So I think there's a bit of confusion in the ranks. Hopefully we'll get rid of that confusion by the end of the lesson. I've opened a heart. So I've just got 4 cards when I start. But now I've come back 2 clubs. I'm promising you 5 hearts and 4 clubs. So what you need to think to yourself as South is, do we have a fit? Andre, good morning. Are you new as well? I'm assuming Andre is a man, but never quite know. Have you got a fit as South? I promised you 5 hearts. You are allowed to change your answer. There's a get out of jail free card, look. Delighted Claudine's got her heating working again. My goodness, that was good timing, Claudine. It's due to get very cold in the next couple of days. Oh, hello, Andre. Am I pronouncing it right? Wonderful that you're now watching live. Should we look at the answer? It's 2 hearts. Five hearts. Might take you a little while just to get used to this. It's a new thing for you. New things generally take a little while to get used to. But you can bid 2 hearts. Weak hand with 3 card support. Similar auction, In fact, identical auction here. Only difference is this time as South, you've got 14 points, not 7. What would be your best bid with 14 points with that hand? A weak is 6 to 9, Andrew, by the way. So that 2-heart bid on the previous slide showed 6 to 9 points. Morning, Rob. Andre's part of our Irish contingent. We have a lot of Irish viewers in our 3 online classes, so strong Irish contingent. Back to when I reached out to all the bridge clubs in Ireland during lockdown. Well, I'm showing you 5 hearts and 4 clubs, so you've definitely got a fit, 5 and 3. So you must support hearts, but to what level? Have we got enough for game, Joe? Most of the chat box now bidding 4 hearts. Most of the chat box are correct. Yeah. Bridge is a relatively easy game when you've got a fit. Harder when hands don't fit. And we got the 25 for game. So there's 2 boxes I go on about that we can tick. Fit, 8 cards, tick, 25 points for game. Good. It is going to make life easier once you get your head around this 5-4 rule. It'll take some practice. We're going to practice it next week, actually, because it's quite a big lesson. And Noli, no worries. You're just joining the 5-4 rule. Whenever you bid 2 suits in bridge, 5 in the first, 4 in the second. And that's the full hand, you see. Four hearts. Yeah, pretty easy make there. Funnily enough, that 4 hearts is a hand not to draw trumps. I would play the ace king of clubs. Creating a void in dummy, actually. We've done a little bit of that. Yeah, funnily enough, that's a hand not to draw trumps. I'd win the lead and then play the ace king of clubs and then trump the 7 of clubs on dummy with the 5 of hearts. I might try and trump the second club as well to try and make 2 extra tricks. So that lesson's coming up in a few weeks' time, trumping in dummy. Also, at some point, I would take the spade finesse by playing the 4 of spades to the queen to try and make an extra trick. Okay, quite interesting play of the hand there for 4 hearts. Let's go on to hand 1 on BBO. South opens a spade. West is an overcaller now, as are East. They do need a 5-card suit, but they do need to have a bit of suit quality. I would say at least 2 honor cards. What does North bid with their 14 points? Just keep you up to speed. What does North bid? Remember, they can't see South's hand. Morning, Piers. Morning, Stuart. Claudine, Drew, Rob, Angela. Oh, you can't go 1 club, Rob. I've opened a spade. It won't let me bid 1 club, look. It'll only let me bid 1 no trump. Sorry, typo there. Well, morning, Joy. If I just said to you, bid the longest suit at the lowest level, you'd bid 2 clubs, wouldn't you? Some of you are bidding spades. You can't support with 3 cards, no. A bid of 4 spades there, but always playing ACOL, UK system, promise 4 cards at least. Yeah. When I've opened 1 spade of South, I'm only promising 4 cards, so we don't have a fit. 1 no trump shows something different here, Drew, that we're going to look at a later date. I will tell you what 1 no trump means now as a responding bid at 6 to 9 points, but we talk about that later on. Much better for me to bid 2 hearts here, showing my second suit, than to repeat the spades. And over to North with 14 points. What do they do? I think you've all got the email of Shauna now then for the practice on Thursdays. Yeah, come along tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock. Perfect weather for playing bridge, isn't it? A lot of people here in Harrogate can't get out of their homes, I don't think, because of their cars are stuck. So let's try and get lots of you playing at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon on BBO in the Ackle Players Bridge Club. Where are we? Yes, so you will jump to 4 spades. Yeah, the 5-4 rule. I've got 5 spades and 4 hearts. I mean, I might have 5 spades and 5 hearts, but you do know I've got 5 spades, so you can jump to game knowing you got 25 points. Excellent. As I say, bridge is a relatively easy game. Still hard when you've got a fit. Right, what does Wes lead, please? Next week I will be at the mystery location. It is in a ski resort in Switzerland. There's no point in you guessing where it is. There's quite a few of them. But I will be packing a suitcase on Friday morning. Typical man, I'll probably do this about half an hour before I leave. Jack's favourite lead, of course, and thanking partner for the dummy. They've wished me good luck, partner. Ace from Ace King, Jack's favourite lead against a trump contract. Right, well, I'm just deciding whether to draw trumps or not. They might as well plug on with their king. And the queen. Andrew's got a question. You'd be balanced, Andrew. So if you were 5-3-3-2, you'd either have opened one no trump or you rebid no trumps. Good question from Andrew, wondering if he hasn't got a 5-4 share. Well, in that case, you'd be balanced, Andrew. You'd either open one no trump or rebid one no trumps. Okay, and we'll trump that one. What card do we play next, do you think? Do we draw trumps or not? That's really the only question I'm asking myself at the moment, whether to draw trumps. And the answer is yes. There's no reason not to. I can't create... Well, there is a void in dummy, but it's a void in diamonds, and I've got a void in diamonds, so it's not a useful void. So we're definitely going to draw trumps. Which one do we start with, though? King, queen, 10 or 9? Yeah, I start with the lower card peers. It's good strategy. The lower card, lowest from the longest. Okay? So you play the lowest card from the longer holding. And the opposite of that is you would play the highest from the shortage. So if I was in dummy, I'd start with the ace of spades. Okay. Avoids blockage. Margaret's just got a question. Can you explain a bit more about how to decide whether to draw trumps? Margaret, 60% of the time we do. The main time we don't is when we've got a singleton or a doubleton on dummy. In that case, we create a void in dummy. But Margaret, that lesson's coming up in a few weeks' time, so I don't want to go through it now. But that's the main time we don't draw trumps. If there's a singleton or doubleton on dummy, we void the dummy. That's how I decide. But there's a lesson coming on that in a few weeks' time. I'm counting the trumps. 4 have gone. And we'll take out this 5th trump as well because it's lower than ours. Good. Well, that job's done. Always nice to have trumps out of the way. I've just counted the opponent's trumps, which were 5. They divided 3 and 2, which was lucky. Otherwise, we might have been in trouble. Which card should we play next from Declarer's hand? Either a heart or a club, obviously not a trump. I think the hearts can wait here. We've got 3 winners there. I think we need to find out where the king of clubs is. But which club should we play technically? Should we start with the jack of clubs or the 4? Place your bets. There's a coin. Heads you win. Tails I lose. It's the higher card from the shorter holding. It is a good habit to get into. It will avoid blockage later on. Jack of clubs, good. And which one from the dummy? Again, we're going to be doing a lesson on finessing in the next few weeks as well. Maybe in a few months' time. Yeah, we just let it run now. We don't need to overtake it because Jack of clubs is winning. So let's take a finesse, which on this occasion loses. Bad luck. Finesses will lose half of the time, but finesses are nearly always good things to take because if the king of clubs had been with West, we wouldn't have lost any club tricks at all. Some of you won't understand finesses quite yet. Don't worry, that's normal. Not everyone finds finessing easy. And again, we do lessons on that. So luckily, we've got a trump left. And we can play out our winning clubs. They're all winners. Just playing out winners now. And we've got an overlap of winners at the end. So we're going to make 4 hearts, which the score is, don't need to tell me the score, but you can just do it in your head if you want. Pause for a second whilst you work out the score. We're not really doing scoring anymore. Because I think you've got the hang of it. It's 620 actually because we're vulnerable. 500 for the vulnerable game. 120 for 4 spades. Great. Well, that was the 5-4 rule in action. And playing out a hand, drawing trumps. Such a good habit to get into in bridge. And then we learn at a later date when not to draw trumps. Why does bidding 2 different shoots not show 4 and 4? Well, if they open had 2 4-card suits, they would have a balanced hand. So they either open 1 no trump with 12 to 14 points, or with 15 to 19 points, you open one of your longest suit and rebid 1 no trump or 2 no trumps to show a strong balanced hand. This was Andrew's question from earlier. Yeah, basically, bridge hands fall into 2 groups. You've got your balanced hands and your unbalanced hands. We're looking at unbalanced hands today. Right. Are you ready for the second important bidding rule? Great start to January. 4-4-4-4-4-1, Andrew. Yeah, that's the bogey hand. That doesn't fall into any category. Well, it's an unbalanced hand, but that is a very difficult hand to bid, Andrew. One we look at again at a later date, not now. But 4-4-4-1 is the one hand that's very difficult to show in bridge for any bridge player, beginner to expert. Right. Are you ready for the second bidding rule? Whenever any player, could be an overcaller, could be a responder, repeats a suit, it promises 6 cards in that suit. From this moment on, whatever it is, 9:53 on the 8th of January, if you repeat a suit, it promises 6 cards. That's going to be so useful for you for finding a fit. It's just like here. So you've opened a heart, I've come back 1 spade, 2 hearts here. Promises a 6-card suit. So that now means that North can support with just 2. 6 and 2, of course, is the fit. 8 cards between the 2 hands. So, yeah, it means you can now support with just 2 cards, knowing that partner's got a 6-card suit. So these 2 bidding rules, I think you can see already, are going to be really useful. Let's put this bidding rule into practice. I've opened a spade. You've come back 2 diamonds, just longest suit at lowest level. I've come back with 2 spades. What next for you as South responder? If you're watching in replay, how are you getting on with these 2 bidding rules? They are universal. They are really useful. They are, once you've got your head around them. Next week, Yes, we're practicing these two important bidding rules just because they're so useful, and 1 hour doesn't really do them justice. Well, I think that first things first, you can support the spades because you know I've got 6. So you've got the 8 card fit. And secondly, have you got enough points for game? The chat box seem to think we have. They're all bidding to 4 spades, almost universally actually. Although one lady's a bit unsure whether it's 3 or 4. No, Andrew. No, just anytime you repeat a suit, it promises 6. It's as simple as that. You have to bid the suit once, and then you have to repeat it. Could repeat it at the 3 level sometimes. Should we look at the right answer? It is 4 spades, of course. You're doing really well. That's the full hand, you see. As long as you get the bidding right, you will always have a rebid as opener. And you'll see 4 spades again. Yeah, I'd expect to make 10 or 11 tricks there. Yeah, just drawing trumps first. And then taking the diamond finesse, playing the 9 of diamonds to the jack. Okay. So that's how you play the hand. Win the lead. Well, when you get the lead, draw trumps. Hopefully in 3 rounds, then play a diamond to the jack on dummy. Right. You'll make 10 or 11 tricks there. Here's another one for you. Right, you've opened 1 diamond with 19 points. I've responded 1 heart. Yeah, 6 points or more. You've dutifully come back with 2 clubs. I've rebid 2 hearts. What next for you? South, the opener. Have we got a fit? Would be the first question I would ask myself. This is our first lesson since New Year, so happy New... Oh no, we had one on the Thursday, didn't we? Yes. Of course, 2nd of January, we had a bonus lesson. Hopefully those of you who've all watched the recording of overcalling, by the way, it's 2 or 3 weeks ago. Really important lesson on overcalling we had in replay. Hopefully you've all managed to watch that by now. Those watching in replay. Everyone, actually. Yes, the chat box seems to think we're bidding to 4 hearts, and they are right. I've got at least 6 points. You've got 19. That's 25. So yeah, these rules apply to both opener and responder, and also the overcallers. Universal bidding rules. They are going to make life easier in the bidding. And again, the full hand. 1 diamond, North bids 1 heart. South comes back 2 clubs. North repeats their hearts to show 6 cards. And now South can jump to game. And again, drawing trumps there. I'd expect to make a little 10 tricks then. Yeah, we lose 2 spades and the ace hearts. But don't worry that you're missing the ace of hearts. Still right to draw trumps. Okay? Then at the end of the day, you'll probably just lose the ace king of spades and the ace of hearts. Okie dokie. Let's play hand 2 on BBO. So, South is the dealer on this one. Donated by the dealer over here, 1 spade. Interesting. Well, slightly interesting. Would he bid anything on the West hand with 14 points? You're the overcaller now. East and West are the overcallers. Just checking. We haven't actually covered the double bit yet, nearly. We will be. This is the double bit, everyone. That's it. We will be covering the takeout double again in a few weeks' time. Quite a tricky bid, the double. But no, I wouldn't double with the West Ham. I'd actually pass without a 5-card suit. To bid 1 no trump there, you'd need to have 15 to 19 to overcall 1 no trump. I'd have opened 1 no trump with the West Ham, but no, to overcall 1 no trump is 15 to 19. North can't support spades because they don't have 4. So they just bid the responder. Fun enough, bids the cheapest of their 4-card suits. Keeps the bidding low. So 2 clubs here is preferable to 2 diamonds. Cheapest of 4s for responder. Again, we look at that at a later date. Can't look at everything at the same time. South's rebid is 2 spades, of course. They've got nothing else to rebid. And back to North with their 13 points. And I'm sure that practicing your bridge will really help, whether that's live on BBO with fellow students, playing the bridge app on the phone is useful. Fun bridge people like as well. It's got a really good layout, fun bridge. Free to begin with, I think. But again, if you're playing fun bridge, just make sure you put your settings to ACOL. Yeah, otherwise you'll play the American 5-card major system, which you wouldn't want to do. We're all bidding 4 spades, correct? Enough points for game. Okay, knowing I've got 6 cards, North can support with just 2 or 3. Thank you, partner, for the dummy. Just deciding whether to draw trumps here or not. Slightly more difficult, this one. I have made a plan. Have you? Are you going to draw trumps here or something else? We'll find out. Now, West was an experienced player. So rather than just playing the King of Hearts, they're actually going to switch to a trump. For reasons that we'll look at shortly. But an experienced West, having led the Ace of Hearts, would switch to a trump. Now then, so we win the trump lead with the 9. What do we do next as declarer? Do we draw trumps or something else? Angela and Piers have made their plan. Claudine seems to be making a plan as well. Well, this is interesting. As I said to you earlier, the main time we don't draw trumps if there's a singleton or a doubleton in the dummy. So, bearing that in mind, which card do you think we play? But the key word here is the dummy. One thing you don't do in bridge is create a void in your own hand. We don't create a void in declarer's hand, no. So with those little clues, which card should we play next? Doesn't really matter which heart when you've got 2 little ones here, to be honest. Higher card, drawdown, doesn't really matter here. But yes, well spotted. The way to make extra tricks is to create the void in dummy. They come back another trump, look. Good defense by West, trying to take the trumps off the dummy. Don't worry about that too much. West was an experienced player. They knew what they were doing. They've been playing bridge for 3 years. Imagine what a wealth of experience you're going to have, by the way. You've all been playing bridge for about 3 months. Imagine when you've been playing bridge 3 years, the depth of experience you'll have. It does take a long time to learn bridge, but we're having fun learning. Now, we need to get back to hand. I think the easiest way, this isn't going to give me an extra trick, by the way. But the easiest way of getting back to hand is with a spade ruff. Remember, ruff is another word for trumping. Okay, so I haven't made an extra trick there, but it has enabled me to get back to hand. So which card do we play now? Yeah, we need to make use of the void in dummy. Yeah, such a useful thing to have, a void in dummy, those 3 words. You see, we've actually made an extra trick by using that trump. If you'd have drawn the trumps, we'd have lost 3 hearts and gone 1 down. We'll look at that at the end. Back to hand to draw the last trump. Has not given me an extra trick, that. Roughing a club in my own hand. It hasn't. I was going to make all those trumps anyway. If you don't fully understand all that, as I say, we do have a lesson on trumping and dummy in a few weeks or a month or two's time. Okay, which diamond are we going to play now? The contract is safe, but which diamond should we play? The Jack of Diamonds or the Ace? And it won't help you to look at East-West cards. Please don't. In fact, it will probably not help you. It'll probably hinder you more than help you. Which card would I play now at the table if I couldn't see the East-West cards? It's a very wintry scene. If I had my laptop with me, I would definitely show you the amount of snow on the pavement, still about that much here in Harrogate. Yeah, I'm not looking at the other cards. I'm going to take the diamond finesse for the over trick. 50-50. It's perfectly safe to do so because I've got the king of spades left as a trump. So it's really safe to take the diamond finesse. Doesn't work today, but everything's okay because we've got the king of spades. We are going to make 4 spades precisely. 420. So that was interesting. Actually, if we'd have drawn trumps first, the queen, jack, 2 of spades would have disappeared. We would have lost 3 heart tricks and the queen of diamonds. We'd have been 1 down. So but it is tough because I think trumping and dummy is quite hard. And again, we haven't done the lesson just yet. Can't do all the lessons in one go. We only have 1 hour each week. But useful because when you play and practice, things like finessing, trumping and dummy, they are going to come up. So it's useful to talk about them. But yeah, if we'd have just drawn the trumps, we'd have lost 3 heart tricks and the queen of diamonds. But because we created the void in dummy, we managed to park one of those heart losers on the dummy with the queen of spades. We found a parking space. Some people refer to it as parking. Right. Yeah, some of you won't unsee quite yet why we don't trump in our own hand. I think you will just see that over time. It's quite difficult to explain, but those 6 spades to the ace king we're going to make anyway. You're not going to make them twice by roughing clubs. You will find out the hard way if you try doing it yourself. There's no easy way to explain why. Right, back to the classroom. An addendum for the more experienced. Okay, well that's good, because that's quite a few of you now. If opener has a 6-card suit and 16 or more points, 16 is the magic number, she should jump on the 2nd round of bidding. And there's me, maybe next week on my early morning run in the Swiss Alps. And of course, that's my athletic body. Right, so 1 heart, responder bids 1 spade. You jump to 3 hearts, with 16 points and a 6-card suit. Okay? To tell your partner how many points you've got. So clearly you could bid 2 hearts there, but that just shows a minimum opening hand, 12 to 15 inclusive. So that's quite a useful thing if you can get your head around that. If you can't, let it wash over your head like a warm breeze. But yeah, that's really useful for a responder to know now that you've got not only a 6-card suit, but 16 or more points, strong hand. Good, so that's an addendum there. So let's look at this practice hand here. You've opened a spade with your 16 points. Partner's come back 2 clubs. Their longest suit. What's your rebid as south now? Yeah, think about creating a void in dummy. Is that you need to utilize dummies trumps. They're the ones that will disappear if you draw them. Your own trumps aren't going to disappear. You'll always make them. So do we rebid 2 spades, or do we show our point count by jumping to 3 spades? What do you think if you're watching in replay? The live chat box are doing very well this morning. I'm impressed. They've obviously recovered from their hangovers from New Year's Eve. And what a good day to be learning bridge on. Cold and, I say miserable, it's nice and sunny here. So yes, with our newfound knowledge, you jump to 3 spades here, but you must have a 6-card suit to do so. And 16 plus points, well done. Margaret's got a question. Can you tell us what range of points is weak, medium, and strong? Well, it differs, Margaret, between opener and responder. But just briefly, because I don't want to confuse you, opener minimum hand is 12 to 15. There's no medium. Strong is 16 plus. For responder, Margaret, weak is 6 to 9 points. I think we did this the other day. Responder's support line. Not quite sure. A weak responding hand. So if I open a heart, I'll just show Margaret, so we've got a bit of time. If I open a heart, Margaret, because others will benefit from this as well. If you go 2 hearts, that's weak, 6 to 9. Just have a quick little bonus lesson for Margaret and others. If I open 1 heart and you jump to 3 hearts, Margaret, that's medium as responder. That's 4 hearts and 10 to 12 points in the middle. Yeah, medium, 10 to 12. And Margaret, if you're strong, opposite a 1 heart bid, you jump to 4 hearts. 13 plus points and 4 card support, of course. I hope that clears things up for you, Margaret. Little bonus for you there on responders support line. Let's play hand 3 on BBA. It's 1 heart opening. Yeah, West passes. They don't have a 5-card suit. Once you've got the hang of this overcalling business, it makes life so much easier. I mean, West has 10 points, but they don't have a 5-card suit. So to overcall 1 spade there would always show 5 cards. Whatever level of bridge you're playing, from beginner up to expert. What does North respond with 9 points? Yep, much rather bid 1 spade here than 2 diamonds. 1 or 2 of you bidding 2 diamonds, but no, 1 spade, 2 reasons. A, it keeps the bidding lower, and B, it's the major suit. So 2 good reasons for bidding 1 spade there. And South, what's their rebid with 16 points? Two hearts or 3 hearts? Many improvers forget to bid 3 hearts here. They make a mistake of bidding 2 hearts. Quite a lot of, a fair few improvers I've noticed, but you're doing so well. You're kind of very clear. I don't think you're beginners anymore, by the way. I'm going to call you improvers as from the 1st of January. So I think you are. I wouldn't join the improver class just yet, though, at 11 o'clock. We're doing some quite higher profile stuff there. But the eventual plan will be for you to join the improvers probably the end of May. That's generally the plan. That's at 11 o'clock on Wednesdays, but that's a long way in the future. So well done jumping to 3 hearts. And North with 9 points. Certainly they've got the fit. Yeah, it's an easy bit of 4 hearts, isn't it? With 9 points. My late aunt, who lived to 100, Aunt Alice, her expression was, on this particular sequence of bidding, North just needs the sniff of an oil rag to bid 4 hearts. So I've adopted that expression. Yes, she was a bridge teacher, bridge player herself, my late aunt. Lived to 100, bridge kept her going. The sniff of an oil rag. So really, you don't need all that many points. So I'd be raising to game with 7 or 8 points probably. Remember, partners 16 plus. So they might have 17, 18. A 6-card suit is a great asset. The sniff of an oil rag. I bet most of you haven't heard that expression before. Okay, so here we go. I'm just thanking partner for the dummy. I'm really just deciding whether to draw trumps or not. Rosemary's got a question that I do need to answer. Rosemary, no, if you've got 16 points and only 5 hearts, you'd be a balanced hand. You'd rebid no trumps. Yeah, or you'd be 5-4. Now, 100% repeating a suit, Rosemary, always shows 6 cards. Good question from Rosemary there. Right, let's play the cards out for all 4 players. They might as well continue with the king. Definitely a hand to draw trumps, Claudine. Yes, there's no chance of avoiding dummy here. Now, I could play the 7 of diamonds here, but I'm feeling slightly cheeky. And I really want to put the opponents off the scent a bit. Which card do you think we're going to play? The 7 or the Queen of Diamonds? Given that we want to put in a bit of, subterfuge. Yes, I was using that word in the other class. Subterfuge. When was the last time you used that word? So we just need to, the 10 of diamonds has gone, so it makes no difference whether we play the Queen or 7. Yes, I went down to stay with my parents on Friday night. I lived about 45 minutes from here. Ended up there 4 nights, got snowed in on Sunday, which was great because we managed to play some bridge, the 4 of us. I think we had about 5 sessions of bridge, actually. It was fun. With my mum, my dad, and my brother Simon. There is a picture somewhere. Yes, we are a bridge family. Maybe there's a picture I'll show you at the end. I'll see if I can find it. Right, so we're going to throw the queen there to make it look as though we've run out of diamonds. Okay? That's why we're doing that. But West knows that either East or Declarer has run out of diamonds. So they've seen this kind of trick before and continue with the 5. And we rather sheepishly follow up with the 7 of diamonds, but you'd have a bit of a laugh at that at the table because you tried to pull the wool over their eyes. Oh, wool, look. Over eyes. Animated caption. But yeah, we'd have a bit of a laugh at that at the table. But definitely are allowed to do that. They would switch to a spade. Dummy's weakest suit. We win with the ace. Right, but what do we do next? So we need to draw trumps. But the next problem, of course, is when drawing trumps is often working out which hand you want to draw them from. Do you want to draw them from Declarer's hand here? Or do we want to go to dummy? That's the question. What card do we play next? Piers and Noli want to play the 5 of clubs. As does Rosalind and Angela. Joe from Devon's joining in the party. Not to be confused with Joe from Cornwall. I like it when you say where you're from, actually, by the way. It enables me to make a bit of an association if I know where you come from. Because the only shame about online teaching is that we don't get to see each other and get to know each other better. But hopefully you'll come on one of our bridge holidays. You'll certainly, as most of you know, I run bridge holidays. Just a handful. Friday is a ski bridge holiday to Switzerland. There's another ski bridge holiday in March. And I'm taking a load of people to Crete for a summer holiday at the end of September. Actually, some of you will be able to come on that, by the way. You'll have been playing bridge for a year. So I know Claudine is coming. So yeah, I'll share the website with you at the end. Right, are we playing a club? Yes, we are. Now, the thing is, if you start by playing a heart, this is wrong, by the way, you're going to lose to the king and go 1 down. Undo. If you start by playing the ace of hearts, you'll almost certainly then have to lose to the king as well. But if you can go to dummy, then you can finesse. You have a finesse position because you've got the ace, queen, jack here. So the only way to go dummy is with a club. Well done. But which one do we play now? Ace, queen, or jack? Try just to look at the north-south hands. Block out east and west. Which one would you honestly play at the table? Queen or jack? You have to risk the finesse. If you play the ace of clubs, you'll nearly always lose to the king later. So well done. The bridge gods are on our side. Now, the reason we came to dummy was to draw trumps. No point roughing the jack of diamonds. It's a winner anyway. Second player plays low. And which one from our hand? Queen or jack? Yeah. What should we do next? We've taken a winning finesse. Another one. That's 2 winning finesses. Don't look at the east-west cards. It won't help you. No rule there, Margaret. You play the queen or the jack. I just tend to play a higher one there because it's easier for me to know that it's gone. But they're both the same value. Yeah, no rule really. I just tend to play the higher one. Easier for me to remember it's gone would be my tip. We need to go back to dummy. Because how do we know that east might have the king of hearts and the 10 of hearts? We're not to know they're dividing. So back to hand. We've done perfectly safe to do so. East has to play the king of hearts. And happy days. At this point, I would claim, but certainly I think when we're starting off our bridge, I would prefer it if you played the cards out. Yeah, because people don't really know what's happening. Probably should be playing my king of spades and then the trumps at the end. Yeah, we've got a plethora of winners now. It's another word I was using the other day online. Plethora. When was the last time you use the word plethora or subterfuge or sniff of an oil rag. We've learned some new expressions today and reminded ourselves of some words that we never use. So that's 620 because we're vulnerable, courtesy of 3 finesses there. If the king of clubs had been with east, we'd have been 1 down. And if the king of hearts had been with west, we'd have been 2 down. Nothing we could have done. But you do have to finesse in bridge. Fortune favours the brave. And well done for rebidding 3 hearts on that. Many improvers forget to do that. Must have a 6-card suit. 16 plus points. Just go back to the classroom one last time. Just before we do, I just want to see, hang on. Just looking at something. Where are we? Hang on. No, I'll do that later. Right, let's do it. If you remember 3 things, we're nearly at the end now. Firstly, any player who bids 2 new suits promises 5 or more cards in the first suit and 4 plus cards in the second suit, known as the 5-4 rule. Secondly, any player who repeats a suit promises 6 cards. It might have 7 or 8. And finally, the addendum for the more experienced, with a 6-card suit and 16 plus points, opener, only opener, should jump in their suit on the next round. So 1 heart, they jump to 3 hearts. 1 club, they jump to 3 clubs. Just a couple of things before we finish. Andrew's asking, are the bridge holidays suitable for beginners? No, Andrew. No, they're for improvers and intermediate. So really should be playing bridge for at least 6 months to a year. But by next September, you will have been playing bridge for a year, so you'll be fine. Yeah. I know Claudine's coming. But yeah, our bridge holidays, they're not for beginners. They're not for advanced players. Anyone in between. Improvers and intermediates. They're nice and friendly. Claudine is scared. She's very scared, but she shouldn't be. I keep telling her this. You'll have been playing bridge for at least a year. I think you played a bit before, Claudine, as well. Now, listen, play set hands on BBO with Bridgemaster. So search bridgebase.com and you arrive at this page. Click on Bridgemaster to the right. Okay, this is how you can play set hands on BBO. Play level 1 beginner and click on the first set hand, which is A1. Okay? I mean, even A1 is quite tricky, by the way, beginner. Ignore the bidding, as it is an American system, but enjoy the declarer play hands. And you can show solution if you can't make the contract. He'll take you through it. And it's free. I might be able to have a look at it for you now. Let's have a look. Oh, there's Bridgemaster. Yes, look. So click on practice. So play or watch bridge. Click on practice. And then Bridgemaster, look. We'll definitely go for beginner. And select the first deal, which is A1. There it is. The bidding's done for you. It's American style, so don't ignore it. But you can see you're playing in 3 no trumps. And you have to try and make 9 tricks. That's a relatively easy hand, I think, yeah. And you just play the cards. Second player play low. And there you go. So you can play practice hands on BBO with Bridgemaster. Yeah. And then I'm just showing them, Caroline, how to play the Bridgemaster. Have you ever done that on BBO?
Yeah, I go in there, you know, every couple of months. It's fantastic. Have you show them the, you know, the little show solution window where it steps you through the.
Yes, I'll just click on that now.
Yeah.
Yes, and it gives you some commentary as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's so useful. It really is. If you're trying to get your head around, more so beyond the lessons, how the decisions are made at each step. It's fantastic to do that. So,
and you just press next, of course, like I'm doing now.
Yeah.
And it takes you through with a commentary.
Yeah. It's nice because it's
that's quite a useful facility. Yeah,
but two really great rules today. The first rule with the 5 and the 6, the 5 card, followed by the 4 card suit, and then that second rule, which rebid shows the 6 cards. Really important.
Yes. So that's what the clues in the title, Caroline. 2 important, bidding rules. But actually, I was not surprised. I was delighted as to how many of the class seem to get on with those rules quite quickly.
I know. This is a very fast class, I believe.
They are. I'm just seeing if there's a photograph of us playing bridge. Bashir had it from the other day.
Yes, I remember seeing it on your class on Monday night, or your Monday morning, I think it was. Yeah, it's a great photo.
Hang on, there is something here. Let me just see if this is one. Hang on. Oh, look, there's Jack's mum.
Oh, that's your lumberjack mum.
That's Lumberjack's mum. We were doing some logging whilst I was down there. As you can see, a branch came down the lane. So that's, and hang on, let's just see if there's the other one as well. Jack Stocken. Might have been one with us playing bridge. Oh, yes.
There it is.
There you go. So that's us playing bridge at home. Me on the right, obviously. There's my dad, Peter. He's 83.
That's fantastic. Simon, that you've got yourself a ready-made bridge table that you can pull out at any time. Metaphorically, I'm speaking about the people that you've got in your family, so that if you do get snowed in, you can focus all your energy on bridge, which is a great way to spend your time.
It was great. So we were down there for 4 days. We were stuck in because of the snow and the ice. So we played about 4 or 5 sessions of bridge. It was fun. Even the cat was enjoying the.
Oh yes. That's not the French cat. The French cat was in France, wasn't it?
Yeah, the French cat was in France. That's called Pepper. No, this one's called Billy.
Oh, that's right. There was Pepper, and then there was Chili. Is that right?
Well, you have good memory, Caroline. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, my sister's dog's in France. Chili is the big black spaniel, and Pepper is their cat. And my parents have 2 cats. One's called Billy, and one's called Billy the Kid, because it's the smaller one. But they both look identical.
Cute.
That's nice to share that with the group. I shared this photograph with the group on Monday. So there's 2 other members of the family as well. My brother Zebedee, and Claudia, they both play bridge as well.
I think he does, Joy. I absolutely think he does have bridge genes.
Yeah, bridge. Yeah, definitely. We were around card singers as children. We played a lot of card games, Caroline.
Yes.
We played canasta, we played Pelmanism, we played poker, we played 21, and then we got into bridge. Because my parents they were bridge fiends. They played.
Yes, well, and you said your great aunt was a bridge fanatic as well. And
Aunt Alice was our mentor. She taught us when we were children and played with us in competitions, and we had great fun with her. So it does prove that bridge will definitely make you live longer.
Yes, did she play right through to when she was 100?
No, last few years, no, probably played it to about 95, I think.
Oh, just 95.
Just 95.
We can all hope.
Yeah. Shauna told us last night you learned bridge in the womb. Yes, Sandy. Yes.
She's right.
Yeah. Shauna wasn't there at the birth, Sandy, but obviously she knows a thing.
Heard it through the grapevine. Yeah.
She knows a thing or two. Well, listen, it's been good fun this morning, Caroline, as always. Nice to share a couple of photographs at the end. I'm back next week.
Yes, we will see you all again next week. And it's been lovely having a few people that usually watch the replay. I think Andre joined us as well from Dublin. So thanks for joining us on the live session. Anybody else that is watching the replay, if you can make it to the live sessions, we love having you along. Otherwise, please keep enjoying watching the replays, and we will see you all again, same time, same place next week. Big thank you to our fantastic teacher, Jack.
Well, thanks, Carol. No, great fun. It's got a, like Monday, it has a slightly festive feel to it, this lesson still. But yeah, next week we'll be practicing because they are two very important bidding rules. You know, those two rules. So it'll be a practice session next week, live, of course, with different hands. Because I think, when you learn a topic of this importance, it's important to nail it.
Yes, and I agree with Stuart. Great lesson. Bye, Rosalind. Lovely to see you. All right, well, I know that you've got another lesson, I think, soon, don't you? So
I've got the improvers at 11, correct,
yes, you need to
this morning. So looking forward to that, Caroline. And I'm sure that we'll hopefully get a good group tomorrow at 2 o'clock on BBO. Even if you've never done it before, now's a great time to join BBO. Yes. Make sure you log in. They should try and log in 10, 15 minutes early, shouldn't they?
Yes, absolutely. Have a play around, press the button, see what you can do wrong to make things break, and that gives you time to exit and log back in again.
Yeah, and obviously contact Shauna, who's brilliant, who puts together the WhatsApp groups, and I'm sure that Shauna will and others will help people as well if they're having any problems.
Absolutely will. Yeah, she's very responsive. So
yeah, she's brilliant. Super. Well, Caroline, always a pleasure. Have a good week yourself. I better get packing my suitcase.
Yes, enjoy your mystery location. Will we see you from the mystery location next week?
Yes. Oh, yes, you will, definitely. And you'll we'll give you the customary view out of the window as well. But
yes, we shall look forward to it. All right, well, safe travels, and we will see you all again next week. Thank you, everybody.